Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is a farm where we grow grass stitch, and Joe presses the wrong button.
Joe had it on take picture mode and not video mode, and he's like, "Oh, that's why there's."
Wow, it actually changes the screen orientation. I don't think it also switched us.
Did it?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. No. I'm not paying attention at this point.
That doesn't surprise me.
Today is Monday, April 19th. How y'all doing? How has your week been? How was your week last week? Ours was good. Nothing crazy happened.
I got halfway through mowing the lawn and it started raining just enough to make it so I couldn't continue mowing the lawn. That's not bad, but it is highly irritating.
You finished it tonight. You were probably more than halfway through mowing the lawn. I'm willing to bet. My hair and I today not getting along. Joe needs a haircut.
Actually, I was saying my hair wasn't getting along with me either. I was trying to be sympathetic, and you go and said,
"No sympathy. It's okay. I'm not being
excuse me.
Pathetic."
Welcome to Life with Me. Feel free to send your sympathies to her on Facebook, Instagram, whatever the hell she's social media.
All social media. I need sympathy for them. The light is reflecting in my glasses, and it was like right perfect over my eyeball. That was crazy looking. Okay, so it's Infertility Awareness Week. That's important to us. That's important to me. But
what was it? Well, stick with the first one. Go back to the first one.
Okay, so it is important to the both of us.
I just don't show it because I don't want to make you sad by bringing it up.
Okay, there we go. But it's Infertility Awareness Week, so. And anybody who has gone through the struggle or is going through the struggle knows how hard it is. So it needs to be said today. I don't have any orange, though, to wear this week. Because orange just does not look good on me.
I'm sorry, the only people I've ever seen orange go good on are sports teams and construction workers.
And even that's questionable. Some people look good in orange, but not me. Would you like to...
I think you've hit bottom.
I did hit bottom. Shout out to our viewers.
Specifically the commenters.
Our commenters, because I don't know if you watch it if you don't comment. You might. Stalkers. Shout out to our commenters. Shout out our commenters.
Stalkers. Shout out to the stalker. Lynn, Victoria, Brigitte, Lynn, Susie Q, Angie, Lynn, Angie, Glenna, Lynn, all the ones for the rest of it. That's the same Angie. Yep.
Yes, it's the same Angie. For some reason, they're not in order.
Yep. Okay, we're good.
Angie.
Pause.
Bless you, darling.
That was so bad, my hair stood up.
Okay, then. For some reason, the comments are out of order this week. I don't know.
No, every week.
I don't know.
Well, as they post on Facebook, when I look at it, I see them out of order.
Well,
I don't think chronological is actually how they Facebook.
And I tell it to put it on their chronological so that I can. Anyways, thank you to everyone who comments on our videos.
Yup.
Thank you to everyone who's positive commenting on our videos.
Is this about the person y'all ganged up on? Because they're being rude to a friend of ours?
Somebody put a very backhanded, rude comment on a friend of mine's video and then got mad when she got called out on it. So, yeah, guess what? Don't be rude. I'm going to call you out. Okay. But we have very nice commenters, and I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on to whips. Whips.
Her whips. My bug and I were both playing video games. We kind of were like, you know what? We got the 2 projects we wanted to get done by October. Let's go game.
Let's go video game.
What the heck was that?
I don't know.
I seriously wanted to get you put you like a pink outfit with a blonde wig on. That was a total stereotypical airheaded blonde move.
It was. Okay. Let's start with. Okay, we'll start with this.
Let's start with the first thing I pick up.
Let's start with the first thing I pick up. It was. I didn't write it down. Dang it. Narwhal Week in Daily 30.
Whale unicorns.
Whale Unicorn Week in Daily 30. So, what is this? This is Shores of Cochrane Hollow. So, Shores of Cochrane Hollow, I stitched this for the prompt something long and narrow, because those sail masts are long and narrow.
Narwhal horn right there.
Okay. Something that you would find in the north. These look like nice, lovely northern fishing villages. And that was... Oh, and I put zombie run stitches on this. So I stitched on this for 3 things this week. Oh, I didn't tell my stitch counts again this week. I don't. Not sorry. I forgot and it just didn't happen.
Can I ask a question? I'll whisper it in your first before I say it aloud.
I mean, that is a good point. Do y'all even give a crap?
Comment below. Do you even care if there are stitch totals? Or do you just want to see the pretty sparklies?
Okay, so I stitched on this for 3 pumps.
Seriously, comment that down below. Please.
Seriously,
Thank
like 300, 300, 600...
3,
over 1,000 over 1,000 stitches on this.
1,200.
As I say, over 1,000 stitches on this week. This doesn't feel like I have 1,000 stitches. I got the verse for the next the big block on. I got that dolphin. That dolphin is big. The 304 stitch count was all dolphin. And that didn't even finish the dolphin. Also, the thread I'm using for this dolphin sucks. It keeps breaking. But it looks really cool.
Sorry.
So, there's my giant. That means I have reached my goal for the letter of the month sale on it, because I've done over 1,000 stitches on it just this week alone. Which means I need to take a picture of it. And put stuff away. And put stuff away. And this is... Okay, I was looking for those. A bunch of stuff got taken upstairs. The cover photo for this pattern got taken upstairs. I'll have it next week. My apologies. No, sorry. Okay, sorry.
Ow. Eardrums?
Sorry. I actually was working on this on Monday. I don't know where I was on it when we filmed. I put stitches into Lady of the Flag. She is stitched on a piece of 32. Oh, Shores of Cochrane Hollow. 32 count hand dyed by the Slovak farm, Cleveland thread.
What type of fabric is that?
32 count even weave. Lady of the Flag, 32 count even weave, hand dyed by the Slovak farm. For your thoughts.
The only reason I bring up the type of fabric is we found out that different fabric dyes different color with the exact same dye.
Yes, it does. And that's a known thing with hand dyes.
Well, I didn't know that.
I did 300 stitches on her. They were kind of everywhere.
Actually, by this point,
Some
looks like
down
you've done
here,
3 million
some in
stitches
here.
on her. Total.
Somewhere, I do know where. I have my stitch totals on her, like from when I started. I have it written down in what from when I started and what I did last year. I do have
Did
it
you
written
get your
down.
600 in R?
I had the stitch count's not been 400 stitches this week. I might have just done alternative stitches for multiple prompts and banged out stitches on her, and I may use her for alternatives because I have a couple that I don't think I have. Anyways, we'll get there. Okay. Something with hair or a rope in the design. She's got hair. The dog's got hair. The leash is a rope.
Also, comment below. Does anybody else have these things like in every nook and cranny of their house by this point?
No, it's probably just me because I bought these things in a pack of 50 on Amazon.
I think there's 3 left.
No, there's not.
Seriously, with all the ones I've seen around.
Yeah, I'm serious. Okay, so this was a kit. So it is on the 14 count kit, Ada. It is 2 foot tall. I did 305 stitches on her, which this clump of purple and this down here. See, pretty.
The elegant lady.
The elegant lady. I'll get to her dog yet. It's a big
So egotistical. You're starting with yourself, not the dog.
It's a big black dog. I should probably put some stitches in on that dog because that is a big black dog.
It'd probably be easier if you just finished the lady, then went to the dog, though.
I know.
Ooh, I am very glad I went to do mowing
I think
before.
it's gonna storm. Okay. What's next? Okay. Cardinal points was stitched on for something with a mammal in the design. There's a couple of doggies on there.
How much is that doggy in the pattern? Woof, woof.
And those doggies are mammals.
No, I thought they were dinosaurs.
Okay. Did y'all see the viral video? So apparently there's like a viral video. Squirrel. Apparently there's been this whole viral thing on the internet today. This woman caught something on her Ring doorbell camera in Florida, and she thinks it's a dinosaur. It looks like a large bird. I'm wondering, given the plumage, if it's a peacock or somebody suggested it, a small emu. If you haven't seen it, go find it because it's kind of like, we think this is a dinosaur. Like, I clearly knew it was a bird when I first saw it.
Technically, then she's right.
Well, it is a dinosaur, yeah.
But
okay.
no, wait, I have to scroll now. I have seen several pictures on Facebook of people who have taken these dinosaur masks and put them on their dogs. And they actually like open when the dog's mouth opens. So it looks like the dinosaur is actually talking and coming after you with its mouth open.
That's kind of creepy. Okay. So, cardinal
squirrel
points.
on a squirrel on a squirrel. I'm done.
Yeah. Cardinal points is stitched on 18 count Ada, hand dyed by the Slovak farm in the colorway Lake Effect Morning. Which reminds me, I need to make an announcement about some dyes at the end of this video. 350 stitches. Because embodied was the last word that I stitched, and it got all done. So, I almost have all of the words done. Well, in that part. And that will complete the top half. So, please hold this side. So, words, and then I have the bird to finish, a flower and another butterfly on this side, and the letter. And the top half is done.
Da 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 da.
That makes me very happy because I do really want to get this done.
I wonder Laura do if I actually got a bugle.
I don't know.
For finishes. And learn how to play it.
Finally. I didn't stitch a whole lot this week, guys.
One, we were busy.
My bug kind of.
I think between the March Mayhem and then the retreat, I think both our bugs were like, okay, we need a breather. Oh.
Stitched on One Nation for, did I use it for anything other than the zombie run? No. I stitched on One Nation for the zombie run. I'm rocking it with the zombie run. Probably not going to get any more of April's monthlies done than the one that I have done, but it's okay.
Run, run, zombie, run, run.
This is stitched on a piece of hand dyed by the Slovak farm, 28 count dirt road. I got more stars done. I got more stars done. So I have 2 rows and 1 star left.
10.
10. There's 10 there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. There we go. 10 more stars and then we're done.
All hail the benefits.
That is 1,010 stitches.
It's actually, it's 1111, isn't it?
Every stitch is
101.
101.
Which is 1111.
Okay. You say so. I believe you. Okay.
I'm going to double check that because I might be wrong, but hey, you know what? I'm just the person who will actually check this type of stuff.
Okay.
Yep, I'm right. Yay!
Yes, 1,111 stitches. Okay, so that's been my stitching for the week. That was a short segment.
We might have a short
This
video.
is going to be a short video. Because we have no home.
Next section.
Plans and announcements next. Plans and announcements.
I don't have an
Bum,
answer
bum.
anymore. It's done. I have wit to finish withdrawal symptoms.
Actually, a lot of people have that problem. They finish something and they just kind of get this blah.
Especially when it's several years of your life. Because the one thing I want to start up, and I actually plan eventually to start doing multiple whips. I just don't want to go buy the floss for my next project until I have to get the taxes figured out. Because it's not going to be cheap. Squirrels.
It's not going to be too bad.
Oh, so you can just order it now then?
Yeah, it's silk. Joe wants to do squirrels of Sumatra with a silk. And we're going to use the silks for you silk. I do need you to find where we wrote it down at so that I can go look it up, but it's not going to be.
Left it on the computer. Or your phone.
We'll figure it out. It's not going to be too bad.
Otherwise,
right.
Zelda, if I can feel like it.
Well, it's Flutterby week in Daily 30, which is about butterflies. Okay.
I think Flutterby or Flutterby actually makes a better name than Butterfly because I'm still trying to figure out how cows have to do with them. I got her to laugh.
I think I may have just figured this out. Okay. So, we are to stitch on a piece with something clear in the design or something that is just outlined and not filled in. And I literally have spent all weekend sitting here going, okay, what do I have that fits that? There is and of course, again.
I have a really easy one.
What?
One Nation. The stripes are not filled in. They just have words in them. So technically, the not word parts are clear.
I didn't know if, that was allowed. I know that the snowflake on Winter Fairy is not... Okay, so technically the snowflake on Winter Fairy has stitching in the middle of it, but it's not filled in. It's clear, too.
A lot of snowflakes are kind of clear to begin with.
So are her wings. Her wings are just backstitched. So that might work. But other than that, I got nothing because...
No, I gave you my suggestions.
All of my... Unless there's something on... Because I don't think there's anything on Pumpkin Farm that's not...
What about Cardinal Points?
I looked. Everything's got fill in it.
Okay.
We may stretch that one. Put stitches into a whip that has feet in the design.
That one's easy.
That one's easy. I have tons of prelays. I needed to start. I had intentions of starting Lizzie Kate freebie for the Letters of the Month Sal. It's got a bird on it, and birds have feet, so guess what? That's what I'm stitching on it for.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I need to get 500 stitches on that for the Letters of the Month Sal. This week's stitch counts are 400 stitches, so there you go. Okay. Stitch on your whip that is charted with most colors. That would be Lord of the Rings.
It's your full coverage.
Yeah. I do have a free pass for it being my birthday month. It's probably going to get used this week because we're going out of town Saturday and Sunday. We're leaving Saturday. We're not coming back till Monday.
Video next week will be delayed, by the way.
No, it won't.
Oh, you're so slow. Because I figured about that. I might not feel like filming depending on how driving.
We have to pick up the dog by noon. So
We have to be back in my mind.
So, we'll talk about it after we get done filming. So, I may use my free pass because I won't have
full
time.
coverage is in the car.
Full coverage in the car is not going to be very great. Trying to stitch on it with my nieces around is not going to be very great. And, unless I take something else to stitch on in the car. I've really started digging on crocheting in the car. It's a little bit easier to do because there's not as much.
You could do that freebie in the car.
I've already got it half started.
Oh, wait, never mind. I tried. Okay, next. That jump cut was brought to you in part by choking.
Leave it to me to choke on water.
Actually, a lot of people choke on water.
I know.
It's called drowning.
It's and that's Joe was asking me if I was okay, and that's the whole like sensation of when you go underwater and you accidentally suck water in and it gets in your lungs. Yeah, that's what happened. I swallowed wrong.
It's like I can't give you the Heimlichs. I don't think that would help.
I just needed to cough it out and
breathe.
And
calm down.
And yeah. Okay. Stitch on a whip with something immobile in the design. Something that wouldn't move. Pretty much anything with a building in it. Also included Lady of the Flag because technically I'm doing a Statue of Liberty conversion and that chick ain't moving.
Oh, this is Doctor Who.
Look, when it's Doctor Who, all that's off. And I mean, okay, so technically houses and buildings don't move, but really, if you put enough into it, you can move a house or a building.
Can I just really blow your mind? Technically, nothing on this planet is currently still.
True story.
We are rotating at 1 revolution every 24 hours, and we're slinging around the sun at a speed that gives us one full orbit every 365.26 days. Which is really fast when you're like 9 light minutes from your star.
There you go. Okay, and then
things I know.
The last prompt and the bonus prompt are to stitch on something with a butterfly. So the last prompt is to stitch on a piece with a butterfly in the design. The bonus is to stitch on the butterfly. Part of your stitches, you don't have to do all of your stitches on the butterfly. You can only do you can get away with only doing part of your stitches on the butterfly. And there.
What do you have with a butterfly on it? That's that big.
Well, okay, so here's where the part of your stitches can split comes in handy because that's a butterfly. And I haven't put that butterfly in cardinal points yet. It's literally less than 10 stitches probably. Actually, it is back stitch, so I think it counts out to around 15.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
So, yeah.
I'm stretching it way.
It says part or all of your stitches need to be on the actual butterfly, and all of your stitches need to be in the same piece. If your butterfly is less than 300 stitches, post your ending photo with how many of the 300 stitches you put into your butterfly. There's no minimum that has to be.
I want to know if you beat the record for the least number of stitches on the butterfly.
You could put one stitch into a butterfly, and
That'd be a fugly butterfly. You'd be like, why are you? It is a butterfly. That's the fairies.
I will be putting multiple stitches on cardinal points this week, which I'm okay with because I haven't stitched on that in a while. Excuse me. As I was working as I was working on my plans for this week, I looked at my whip list and I went, I have a lot of whips. I don't have that many. I have like 16, I think I counted, but I have more than I think I want. I do have some starts, obviously, for letters of the month, but I don't think I'm going to start anything for a while. I don't think I have anything letters of the month other than that small one starting anytime soon. I lied. Genie Weenies I have to start for letters of the month.
Then tomorrow somebody's got to come out with a pattern for Belle as a fairy.
I could convert a pattern with Belle as a fairy.
I mean like the whole dress and everything with fairy wings.
I have a mermaid Belle. I'm not a mermaid person, but I'm stitching that because I like it.
Okay, is that what happens when Belle's daughter, Belle has a, I don't know, does Belle even have any kids? Because I know Ariel has a daughter.
It depends on
who's a mermaid, because it's like,
it depends on how you go into the whole headcanon of Disney, and just don't think about it too hard. Okay. Anyways, so that's plans for the week. Plans took longer than whips. No, it didn't. Announcements. We have found a location for the retreat next year, for the 2022 retreat. We are hosting it at our church, at what's called the Old Church. It's basically the church that was built in the late 1800s to house the congregation in Wellington. In the 1970s, the church was built. They built a bigger church because seriously,
on the same property.
On the same property because seriously, this church was a little teeny tiny. 1800s, farm town church. It didn't need to be very big.
Technically, it's still pretty big. It's just not big for a church. Once they took all the pews out, that thing got huge.
It is a good sized church. It's a good sized building. We'll be able to host 50 people, which is the plan. It is in a church. So I have put up an announcement in the Lakeshore Retreat group. The group that obviously it will not be the Lakeshore Retreat anymore because we will not be near a lake because I grew up on a farm about 45 minutes away from a lake.
So now it would actually be appropriate to call it the Slovak Farm Retreat. Because we're right close to the Slovak farm. Not your farm, but your dad's.
Everybody wants me to call it the Slovak Farm Retreat, and I feel like that's just...
No, it's not.
Okay, fine. It'll be the Slovak Farm Retreat. Okay.
Unless somebody has a better idea, comment below.
Like,
and subscribe.
The biggest thing from my end is I have to work around the food pantry that operates out of that church. It's not that big of a deal. They only operate once a month. So I have to avoid that weekend. They do get a delivery of food for distribution the week before their distribution weekend. I know that doesn't seem to make sense, but and we easily enough could have worked around it, but we just decided the easiest solution was to make the retreat a week early So the retreat will be March 31st, April 1st, and 2nd, which technically was our original intention with the retreat anyways. But Easter got in the way this year. Unfortunately, Easter's going to get in the way every once in a while.
It does that.
It does that. It moves. That's life. So, the only place to stay in Wellington is a bed and breakfast. It's a lovely bed and breakfast, but they only have like 4 rooms. So there is 2 bed and breakfasts and a hotel in Oberlin, which is the college town
North.
of the road a piece. Probably would be easier to stay at one of those, the 2 bed and breakfast than the hotel. The hotel is part of the college. I have issues with the college, but it's there. We are about 30 minutes
from most of the bigger hotels.
Other hotels. Amherst, South Amherst has some bigger hotels. Elyria has some bigger hotels, and there's hotels down in Ashland, which Ashland's like 40 minutes max.
How far away is Norwalk or Medina?
Didn't think about that. Medina's about 30 minutes. Norwalk's probably 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, literally, Wellington is a half hour from 4 major locations.
So, if you're driving and you're like, okay, that's fine, we can work that out. There is that. If you are a flyer, and you can't get a hotel and you can't get a room at the bed and breakfast in town, get a hold of me and we'll work something out if we need to. I think that's it. Oh, and the cost is still going to be $75. The advantage to moving it is I get a cheaper rooms. I get a cheaper space. So the retreat will still be $75. We are definitely going to offer a meal on Saturday, possibly on Friday as well. I gotta work out cost on that.
Do y'all like pizza?
It's gonna be pizza if we do it on Friday.
No, I'm getting pizza. I don't know what you all are doing. I don't know what she's offering it to anybody else, but we used to work at the Domino's Pizza in Wellington. So, of course, I'm going to be nice to the boss I liked. The only reason why I left that place is I graduated college and got a job with my degree.
Basically. I wonder if he needs a day shift help. Anyways. So, there will be a meal on Saturday. I have to talk to my caterer about...
Say who it is.
AKA my mother.
This is not the first event she's offered.
They catered our wedding. And I said, well,
No one believed us either.
And I said, hey, we could offer a meal with it being such a low cost. And my mom goes, yeah, I'll cook for you guys. I'm like, okay, if you really want to, but I'm not going to ask you. You're going to offer mashed potatoes. I may do a baked potato bar. But anyways, I have to talk to my mother, the caterer, about that. I think that covers it for the retreat. I don't know. If you got any questions, ask. The group will be linked below. Tell me what you think I should call the retreat. The only other announcement is...
By the way, I think we hit a record for the number of comments we've asked for.
True story.
Hi, dishwasher.
Sorry, my dishwasher.
Hope none of you have to pee.
Real life around here. The only other announcement is... Sorry, I'm watching weather. Watching the trees.
Squirrels.
Bless them squirrels. Just how my day's been. Fabric. Hand-dyed fabrics. I'm still struggling to find certain counts. 14 count, 18 count. I got some 16 count. I got a yard of 16 count. I think it's gonna stay in stock. I don't know. I think 28 linen might be out of stock, or maybe it's 28 even weave. I don't know. But I'm trying. There have been some discussions about how we can make this a little bit more workable.
Do you want me to buy you a loo?
Well, the problem is the option we have to make it a more workable option. There's still It's not. It is the production company's problem, and it's really because they've had to obviously change up their production, abilities because of the whole social distancing thing. So I think until that kind of becomes a lesson of a problem, we're just gonna have this problem. But the other issue is my dye manufacturer, where they get their components for their dyes, discontinued a blue component that was in probably.
So your supplier's problem.
Yeah, so I get my dyes from a place called Dharma Trading Company, where they get their components to make their fabric dyes, discontinued a blue, and it's in probably about a third of their dyes. Because it's not just in blues. It's in some greens. It's in some grays. It's in blacks. So they've had to reformulate some of their dyes. Some of their dyes are out of stock, and I don't know when they're coming back. Things that have been reformulated, that are like standard in my line, because let me tell you, I don't use all the colors they offer, because they offer a lot of colors. But things that have been reformulated that are standard in my line, I'm going to use up what I have, order the new, and see what happens. I'm hoping it's not too off. It may be a little bit off, but something to be aware of when you order fabrics from me. And that's it. This segment literally was the longest part of the video. The only reason we're going to have a 40-minute video this week is because we just spent 20 minutes talking in plans and announcements.
Technically, we spent 40 minutes of the video talking. That's the whole point.
I said 20 minutes in plans and announcements.
I know. It was just the fact that you paused there and then said it in this segment. I was about to say that you started talking.
And I'm very distracted at this point in the video because...
people watching.
Well, this truck just pulled into the church, and Mass has been over for... Monday night Mass is at 7 o'clock, and weekday Mass is short, so half an hour and they're done. But watching the weather... watching the trees blow out the window, because there is definitely weather blowing in.
Okay, well then let's get on this video done.
Let's say goodbye, because I'm squirreling and...
Like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, thingy me Bobby, that whole stupid spiel.
And the dog is now drinking water. Okay. We will see you next week. Hopefully I'm a little bit more together.
Bye.